Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining. Y'all, I don't know. I was okay. So today, my name is Tammy Morrison. I am a spiritual teacher and a psychic medium, intuitive healer. I am certified in Reiki and Theta healing and lots of different things, hypnosis, all kinds of stuff. And so I use all of those tools to help people to shift their timelines and move into a better position in life. So I want to talk a little bit about the timelines. And so what got me thinking about this is I'm going to share this story. What has happened, Julius? Okay. All right. So I'm going to share this story that I read, and bear with me, y'all, because I kind of was just skimming it, but it was so interesting and it made me think about this topic that I'm talking about now. And so, for a lot of you that are following me, y'all know that I've been talking about the frequency of abundance. And I know that that is with us. So, anyway, um, but what I wanted to share though is when you are in the middle of timeline journeys, and let me tell y'all happy anniversary. I mean, happy 4th of July if that's something you celebrate. If you're in the States, or if you're not, anyway, I decided to put that out there. So, with the timelines. So we live in different timelines. We have different timelines. There are different timelines for everything that we need. And so what happens is when you start to realize that there are timelines, okay? Ah, when you start to realize that there are different timelines that we live in, then you'll start to also see and understand that once you change your mindset, you can change your life. So I just saw a video on that it was a short on YouTube right here on this platform. And this guy was talking. Let me see if I can pull it up and share it with y'all. Because y'all know I love to give resources and stuff. But he talked about learning from his losses. Man from losing money. So listen to this. Hold on. It's about like, yo. Okay. I learned how to be a businessman from losing money. When the raid happened, it wasn't about the raid to me. It was about like, yo, you're here for a bigger purpose. Get your shit together. And I lost everything around that raid time. And then I got it all back based on my new mindset. My new mindset was basically, yo, take care of your money, take care of your business. And that's partially why I wanted to go on Def Jam and learn all that stuff. I wanted to learn anything they had to go on. What's mechanical rate? What's royalty? Why am I getting publishing? When am I get paid? Times where I didn't understand why I couldn't even get paid because somebody from another record didn't sign off on the album. So the album's on hold. So we had to wait. And I wanted to learn everything. I'm like, why am I stuck here? Why am I not recouping? I had to learn all that stuff. So I became a businessman based on my losses. I learned how to be a businessman. Can you see? Money. That right there was an example of shifting the timelines. And so really, if you think about it, shifting the timelines is all to do with your mindset. Because when you begin to shift your mindset, it will start to make you shift into a different timeline. So you'll start to move in ways that maybe you didn't move before because you shifted your mindset. And so I'm really, my goal is to break this stuff down and to remove the gates, stop the gatekeeping for all of this amazing information, because there's so many different gatekeepers and so many gates that are being kept. And, you know, a lot of them are being kept from diverse people. And so I'm here to pull that off, pull off the damn scabs. I'm here to open things up. I'm here to share the truth. I'm here to stop the gatekeeping. So, timeline shifting. So, in my understanding, timeline shifting is all about your mindset, because you can't shift your timelines if you don't believe you can. You know what I mean? So, once you start to really, you know, focus and dive in on shifting your mindset and really, you know, taking a moment to feel into what it feels like to be in whatever the space that you want to be in. And so, for me, I think about that like this. So like I am building a house. I haven't started building it yet, but I already bought the land and we're preparing to build, doing the things we need to do in order to, get the loan and all that stuff. And so we're shifting into that space. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to wait to put myself in my new house until it's built. Because you know why? Because I'm manifesting it now and I'm creating it in my imagination, in my mind, therefore shifting the timeline. I'm shifting the timeline. So right now, I think about it now like this. I am not sitting in this little apartment that I'm in. I am in my new home that has all the space that I need, that has the cabinet space that I need, that has closet space that I need, that has two full bathrooms that I need. You see what I'm saying? So I have shifted into that space. Now, regardless of whether I am there in the physical or not, I've already shifted into that space. And so now it's just having the manifestation of the manifestation being active, being in alignment and being here for us. So shifting the timelines. When you start to shift the timelines, it's all about shifting your mindset and really opening up to the spirit, to spiritual world, and really opening up to the spiritual teams. We all have them. We have angels, we have guides, we have ascended masters, we have ancestors. We all have a spiritual team, whether you know or realize it or not. We have a spiritual team. So you want to continue to change your mindset. If you, and the thing is, it's as easy as this, y'all. It's as easy as, if you think about something in a negative way, flip it over and think about it in a positive way. Put a positive spin on it, shift it around. And I'm not talking about, and I have to say this, and I love to preface this, but I'm not talking about toxic, positivity, because that shit is rank. It's what did the young people say? It is ratchet. Toxic positivity, glossing over everything, because you know what? There are things that you have to deal with in your life. If you don't have a house, you got to find out a place where you can stay, you can live. That is real. That is real. So not at the level where you're not safe. You know what I'm saying? So be delusional, but not at the level where you're unsafe. Okay? So I have to preface that and say that. But in shifting the timelines, it is such an amazing tool to use. It is something that will help you to open doors that, even that maybe you saw them open, but you didn't realize that they could. So make sure that this is the space that you're in, that you are shifting and you're flipping these timelines. I'm telling y'all, it is such an amazing place to be. But one of the things that you must do when you are looking at shifting the timelines is changing your mindset, because you cannot stay in that same old place and change. The Bible puts it like this: you cannot put old wine in new wineskins. It's just not a good thing to do. Or new wine, what is it? New wine and old wineskins. I know it was something like that. You can't mix the two. You can't put old wine in new wine in old wineskins. So you got to get a new wineskin to put the wine in. Put the old wine in the old wineskin. And so that is another example of us being able to shift. And so when we start to really open up doors, and when we start to open up the doors to our mind, we start opening up the doors to our spiritual gifts, so that we're able to use them to be able to move the needle in our life and be able to make the shifts and the changes, then, oh my God, you have shifted the timeline. And sometimes it's a small one, and sometimes is, something that you would consider to be minute, but it's not that. It's not absolutely not minute. It's a big thing. It's like the quantum, because everybody talks about quantum leaping and quantum leaping timelines and all this stuff. And those are good things, and we should do that. But the thing that you have to realize is that quanta is like matter. It is a small component. It's teeny tiny. It's nothing, it is so small. Teeny tiny. Nothing. It's so small. So quantum is small, but the effects is huge. Just like timeline shifting. Timeline shifting, it's not a big thing. It's not a huge move. It's not like a leap. Like they talk about a quantum leap. Okay, a quantum leap, but quantum is small. So the leap is small, but it has huge results. And so that's what I want you to see, is that when you jump timelines, when you start to really shift your mindset, you know. And I wanted to share about this lady too. Let me tell y'all, she's 102 years old. Y'all, I love old people that have sense. I really do, because I get so much wisdom from them. I guess that's one reason why I don't mind working in the nursing home sometimes, because I learn so much from those people. 102-year-old, she runs a business, and she shares her longevity tips, including walking every day. And so one of the things she said, without reading the whole article, she's 102 and she still works at a wellness resort that she co-founded in 1940 with her husband, her late husband. He's passed. So she still works 3 days a week. She said that when nature says you got to stop, Deborah, she said Deborah will stop. She said until then, she'll keep going. But she talked about, getting good old fashioned exercise, and as a way of staying healthy. And she said basically, it doesn't matter what you do, as long as you move your body and you push yourself enough to feel it, and you get your heart rate up and break a sweat. She said, and if you get really huffy puffy, then you're doing a good job. So exercise is one of the things that she recommends. She's 102 years old and she looks really good for 102, you know? And so she also said, eat healthy. And she said she's not a fan of fad diets, but to eat healthy, because she said that food is a way of life. And I believe this. I'm with her all 100%, because she said the best way to do it is to make gradual changes in your diet and don't do anything extreme, which is what I believe. I don't believe in diet. And she says she's a pescatarian since childhood, and she tries to eat as fresh as possible, growing much of her food on the ranch's farm. And she said she eats, her breakfast consists of bananas and yogurt, she said, but she doesn't shy away from the occasional treat. Her favorite is coffee ice cream. And also she said to stay positive and have no regrets. And another thing that she recommends is getting involved in the community. So being a part of something, being a part of a community. And that is super important. But the thing of it is what I really got from her was, live your life, live it in a way that feels good to you. Make sure that you move your body in some way. She's not saying go out and, be running the track or none of that stuff. She walks every day, and what I like to do is I like to put on music and dance. I also like to swim, and I don't get to do it as often as I like. I would love to swim every day, but I swim usually, I try to get 2 or 3 days a week. But I like to swim. I like to work out with the weights because I want to be strong, and I want Angela Bassett arms. I'm working on them. But that's something that I do for me. And so to see her talking about this at 102 was such a blessing. And I think about how many timeline shifts she had. Think about that. How many timeline shifts she had, especially to get to that point where she has all that wisdom and she's still here to give it. So I hope this was helpful today. I hope you guys are enjoying an amazing 4th of July, if that's something you're celebrating. I actually want to go out and see the fireworks later tonight. I don't know if they're going to do it. I got to look it up and see if I can find something. But I think they usually do it over the water, and that was what I was thinking. I want to go do that later tonight because, I'm in the Pacific Northwest and it doesn't get dark till about 10 o'clock anyway. So thank you for joining, and I hope, you got a lot out of this. And make sure you drop me some comments and let me know if that's something that you're looking at, if that's something you're doing. And we can also be a support of each other. You know what I mean? I have no issues with that. I try really hard to come back and look at the comments and comment. So that being said, make sure that you like, share, and you subscribe. And then make sure that you are following me. If you're on TikTok, follow me at Intuitive Tammy. Excuse me, because I go live there and I do readings, healings, and prayers. Prayers are free, and I also give messages from loved ones in heaven. So messages from heaven I do for free because they come through a lot of times while I'm on the live. They come through and they share messages like, I'm not in pain, I'm feeling good, Sometimes they share deeper stuff, it just depends. But I go live there daily and do messages to help you in your life. And I also have a couple of series. I have a series on unlocking your spiritual gifts, opening the doors to your spiritual gifts, and it is on TikTok. It's $4.99. I also have a series on how to meditate, which is something that was requested. I had people that were asking me, like, I don't know how to meditate. I can't meditate. So I created these series, and both of them are only $4.99. And then, of course, they're short videos, so it's just power pack. It's what you need. No fluff. So, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you for joining me. I hope that your day is magical and that everything that you desire is here for you and that you are able to shift the timelines in a way that feels good and magical to you. All right. So, again, thank you. And make sure that you check out some more of my videos. Help me, a small creator, a small spiritual entrepreneur, to monetize this platform. So, I really appreciate your help. Those of you that are subscribed, thank you. And those of you that come on and watch and like and share, I appreciate you. So have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope to see you. I will see you on tomorrow when I come live again. And make sure that you hit the bell for notifications so that you can get notified when I come on live, because you never know what something I say is going to be something you need. So thank you so much for joining. Bye now.